Okay, wait. Give me one of these owls here.
She looks like she's sleeping.
Look, who's that? Who's that? The whitetail. Ooh, look at those rays for days. The boys are back on Kauaʻi, shooting this sunset at Hanalei Pier. We've got the sun just about to go behind some clouds, but in this video I wanted to talk about my glasses. These guys are the Oakley Meta collaboration for their smart glasses. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it as like a video camera, as glasses themselves. I picked these up maybe about a month ago on my trip to San Francisco, mostly because I'm getting older, I'm getting blinder. I needed some sort of prescription glasses to be able to drive, essentially. So I figured I might as well get something with a little bit of smart functionality built in. And yeah, decided that these were the way to go. Pick them up. I've been using them for about a month to kind of aid in my vlogging, visual storytelling, that sort of thing, and have a few thoughts and a few mixed opinions about these sunglasses and smart glasses, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, we kind of lost some of those light rays that were streaming across the mountains, but got a nice sun star kind of setting behind, and if the clouds continue to dip, we should get more sun star activity. Ooh, would you look at that? Now that the sun has set from behind the mountain, you got this light shooting up, illuminating those clouds. Post that on Instagram. Woohoo, look at that. So yeah, because these glasses have been my prescription glasses, I've been using it pretty much for like everyday activities. Number one, most important thing is, you know, for me to be able to drive and to be able to read signs and see things safely, get myself around the environment safely with these glasses. But I've also been using it for work to see the monitors and the numbers far away from across the room. And of course, I've been using it as kind of like a camera and a way to capture kind of like behind the scenes sort of content for Instagram stories, for YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So typically when I'm filming these vlogs, I've got my hands full. You know, I've got my main camera, I've got you, the vlog camera, and a lot of the moments that I miss is like kind of like those behind the scenes point of view sort of moments. And that's where these glasses come in handy, because if I'm pretty much consistently wearing them, if I see something that I want to shoot, or you know, take a nice POV video of, like this wave, start recording. Woohoo! Show the behind the scenes of the shot there. Nice sunset. Boom, and then it's done. And yes, I have used other cameras in the past. You know, the iPhone I always have in my pocket, but sometimes it is a little bit inconvenient to pull out of your pocket. I've used the Osmo Pocket 3, I've used the Osmo 360, and all of them kind of sort of work, but they are a little bit cumbersome to actually like pull out and use. You kind of have to set up, you know, dial in the right settings and stuff, whereas this one, it's literally like push the button, you're recording, and then you're good. Ooh, look at that. Good morning from Wailua Falls, everybody. We are out here this morning trying to photograph the white-tailed tropic birds of the Kauaʻi. And there's some beautiful mist from the fog that's getting illuminated by the morning light right now. So it creates like a beautiful, beautiful backdrop to photograph these birds with. When we first got here, they were going absolutely crazy and the activities kind of sort of died down a little bit. Hopefully it just kind of picks up as the morning continues, but yeah, got some incredible shots already. Look at this. Look at all of them over there. Going absolutely nuts. You can't keep track of one bird. Diving. Got that one. Oh! Oh! Oh my God, look at that light. Look at this bird. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, in this first section, we're going to talk about the design of these glasses. Now, even though they are smart glasses, they don't necessarily have like the weight and the bulk of your typical smart glasses. They're also not as thin as your typical prescription eyeglasses. They kind of fit in the same form factor, maybe slightly thicker than regular sunglasses, I would say. And if you kind of look at it across my face, you can see, at least from the front, it just kind of looks like I'm wearing sunglasses. If I turn to the side, you can see that definitely the side profile is relatively thick, but that's where all like the computers and the hardware and all that kind of stuff is stored. So they kind of have to be relatively sizable. Now they're not as iconic looking as the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. And the reason why I decided to get the Oakleys instead is because my previous experience using Ray-Ban kind of style sunglasses is that they would always tend to fall off my face. So with this kind of Oakley HSTN style glasses, I do notice that they sit a little bit higher on my face and they don't fall off my face when I'm out, you know, in the wild as easy as the Ray-Bans would. But despite all the technology that's built into it, they are still relatively lightweight and they don't weigh too much and they're not super heavy on my face. Like in comparison to like my older sunglasses, yeah, they're a little bit heavier, but honestly for day-to-day use, I don't really notice the weight kind of dragging me down too much. All right, so everybody wants to head to the lighthouse new location, but I didn't finish this section of this video. But you know, as you can see, because we're in pretty bright sunlight right now, these lenses, phone down. Yeah, these lenses are pretty dark, more like sunglasses because they got the transition lenses. But once we get in the car, I'll show you guys how it kind of clears up in darker, lower light situations. Glasses cleared up a little bit. Still sunlight out though, so. But here's a comparison shot of the glasses in some lower light conditions that I filmed later on in the video. What's up, Mending? I just wish that the transition lenses got a little bit darker when you're inside a car and you're driving and you're facing the sun, they don't quite get as dark as like traditional sunglasses. I wish they just got a little bit darker and were a little bit more responsive to the light, but overall it's a good thing. I also didn't get the polarized versions of these lenses, mostly because I do a lot of like vlogging and filming and stuff, and you know, when I do, I like to be able to see my screens, microphone screen, back of the camera screen, and if I had lenses that are polarized, then it would be more of a problem with seeing what's going on my camera and stuff. So yeah, don't know how much more we're gonna shoot over here. We'll see what other stuff we can get for the rest of the day. So we are back up here at the summit of Waimea Canyon, and already we got quite a bit of apapane activity. Now let's talk about the camera on this thing, which is this guy right here. It's a 12 megapixel camera that can film vertical video and vertical photos only at 3K 30 frames per second, which is not terrible quality. I would expect a camera this small to only be able to film like 1080p or 2K, but the 3K image that actually comes out of this thing, probably compare it to something maybe like the 0.5x lens on the iPhones nowadays. It's not the best sensor in extreme low light, but it's also not terrible as long as you've got a little bit of light. And in case that you're wondering about the whole privacy thing and you're worried about people filming you with these glasses, when somebody is filming with the glasses, then there will be a blinking white light, as you can see right here. And if you cover this thing up with either tape or your finger and stuff, then it's gonna stop. It looks quite similar to like an action camera if you're wearing like a GoPro on your head. You get that POV type of perspective, but only in the vertical format. It can't film horizontal unless you're gonna be like tilting your head like this and filming horizontal, which who's gonna do that, right? Even in low light conditions, like not extreme low light conditions like astrophotography kind, but blue hour, golden hour, the image actually looks really good. I'm quite impressed that they were able to squeeze such a nice camera with pretty decent image processing into something this small and portable and wearable essentially. Audio quality on these microphones is actually pretty decent, and I use it to take phone calls quite a bit, and people have told me that they pretty much notice like no difference between like the audio quality from these compared to like the phone. If we kind of do a little side-by-side comparison here, this is the audio coming from the microphone, the DJI Mic 3, and this is the audio coming from the glasses and the Meta Oakley glasses and stuff. So audio quality, not bad, not decent. I wouldn't necessarily rely on it as kind of like my main audio source, but it definitely does help if I'm working in a pinch, and it definitely can give me like usable audio. There are, however, a couple of things about these glasses cameras that I don't like. So again, like I mentioned, the camera is on the left side or on your guys' right. So in order to film something straight on, you kind of have to angle the camera slightly to the right. You kind of have to angle your face slightly to the right to get pretty much straight on shot, because if you look at something directly, it's going to be off to the left of the frame. So something to keep in mind, and it's especially troublesome because it only fits in a vertical format. You wouldn't have to worry that much if it filmed in a horizontal format. So if they do come out with the next generation, I hope that they film in horizontal format. The other thing too is that you noticed how I'm wearing my hat. I'm wearing my hat backwards because if I turn my hat and wear it the regular way with the beautiful ohia lehua in front of it, the brim of the hat is right by the lens, so it definitely gets in the shot and kind of gets in the way. Again, especially with that vertical format. I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to give a little bit of a plug to my 2026 bird photography calendars. And this year I've got 2 different calendars for sale. I have a Water Birds of Hawaii calendar, and then I have a Forest Birds of Hawaii calendar, and that features the EEV. The cover photo is of the EEV. But yeah, if you are interested in picking one up, 50% of the proceeds of these calendars go towards supporting conservation organizations that are specifically meant to protect our native birds for future generations. And yeah, it just helps to fund more insane photography trips like this. Anyways, the link to my calendars will be in the description of this video. Make sure you check it out if you are interested. Well, we got this black crowned night heron that's just chilling here on this branch. Wonder how close he's gonna let us get to him. Oh, it is hot out here today. Yeah, kind of scared off that aku'u over there, but yeah, we're out here at the Kauaʻi LA Water Bird Sanctuary. Hopefully, after we're finished over here, we'll be able to drive back and forth alongside the road, look for some owls, and see if we can get either any pueo or any barn owls. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the AI in these glasses, which is probably the weakest point of these glasses. So it's not terrible with, you know, subject detection. I've even have it read to me. Like, let me see if it'll read the Sony thing on my camera. Hey Meta, can you read the text that's in front of me?
The text in front of you reads, Sony.
So yeah, when it comes to identification, reading stuff, it's not too terrible, but the Buccaneers and the Lions are playing right now, so I'm going to see if it can check the score for me. Hey Meta. Hey Meta. What is the score for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Detroit Lions game?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are currently playing the Detroit Lions, but I don't have real-time information on the score. For the latest updates, you can check the official NFL website or sports news.
See, all I want to really do is get updates on my fantasy football team, my fantasy football players. So having a live way of checking the scores would be nice. But unfortunately, the AI is not that capable yet. You know, the AI is there. It has the potential to develop into something that's actually really useful, because being able to ask it questions for things here and there would be more useful if it was more accurate and if it could give more up-to-date information. So the potential for the development is there, but because it's so limited right now, I don't really incorporate it too much into my current workflow. You can see the nanny goose right there. Wonder how close it's gonna let us get to him before he walks alongside the hill. There's usually 2. inconvenience. Look at that sunset potential. Sorry, owls, we gotta bail on you. 2 days, 2 sunsets, 2 piers. This is the Waimea Pier, but it looks exactly like Hanalei, but without the people. All right, so we got the camera set up all nice and low. We got the waves coming in. I'm gonna try and see if we can get a little bit of a sun star. There's some clouds that the sun is poking out from behind right now, so see if we can get a sun star shot right now. But yeah, so when it comes to these glasses, you know, the cameras are good, the AI is not so good, it's a work in progress. But there is one more feature that I really do like and appreciate, and that's the built-in speakers on these guys. Now, the built-in speakers are not for you audio fancies and the audio nerds out there. It really does lack in bass. So when I'm listening to music and I really want to appreciate the depth of the music, it's not the speakers that I kind of reach for. But for everything else, for more like casual audio people, maybe you're listening to a podcast on your way to work, or you're watching a football game while you're trying to shoot a sunset, or you just want to casually listen to music while you shoot sunset, you don't care too much about the audio quality, then these things work great. In fact, I don't even carry around, when I'm out on the go, I don't really carry around headphones or earbuds anymore. They are open ear speakers, so if you play your music loud enough and you're in a quiet environment, the people that are close to you are going to be able to hear that. But if you're in a noisy environment, like let's say the beach, or you know, you're in a mall and there's already noise and stuff happening around you, and you're playing your music even a little bit loud, then nobody's actually going to hear anything. So in that sense, it's good. So this is like regular listening level. You can kind of hear it, but you can obviously hear the waves and the sound on the outside. So it does lack in bass, but you can obviously hear pretty much everything that's happening or that's playing. If we crank the volume up, that's pretty loud. Like, I can still hear the waves, but I feel like I gotta yell over them to actually, you know, talk through these glasses and stuff. So, you know, it's a pretty neat feature, and it is nice to have. I didn't think that I kind of needed speakers in my glasses, but now that I do have them, I can't imagine having glasses without any built-in speakers, because they're so convenient. You don't have to carry around extra stuff with you when you're kind of out and about and you're just exploring the world. Obviously, they're not going to replace actual headphones or earbuds, but to get by for everyday things, love it. I absolutely love it. Waiting for the sun star possibly to come back out. I don't know. But the shittiest part about these glasses, in my opinion, and the biggest limitation, is going to be the battery life. Now, if you're just kind of just casually wearing it, maybe like taking a picture or a video here and there, you're not continuously using it and you're not continuously shooting video, then the battery life is said to last up to 8 hours. And you know, I found that to be mostly true when I am casually using it. But when I do want to use it, like for situations like this, you know, you got this sunset, I want to be filming B-roll of the waves and behind the scenes stuff, and you know, pretty much using it constantly, that's when it really drains the battery, and the battery dies really, really fast. So you have to be very selective with what clips that you take, what songs you listen to, what you ask the AI. That's another reason why I don't really use the AI all that much, because I don't want to drain the battery. I want to save it to be used as a camera. But you just have to be mindful and be very selective with what you use it for, especially if your primary use case is the video behind the scenes and capturing those sort of moments. That's probably what's going to drain your battery the fastest. You know, but with the addition of the charging case, you can get through the entire day. It really is non-issue. And I just charge the charging case every time I go to sleep, so I have a full charge on the glasses and a full charge on the charging case every time I, you know, start the day. You just got to remember in those kind of off moments when, let's say, you know, you're at lunch or you're not using the glasses, or for me, you're not using the glasses to be driving and stuff, and you're just kind of taking a break, throw them in the case, get them charged up a little bit, and then you can kind of have a little bit more freedom with the battery that way. There's also, in terms of like the camera, there's no zoom, there's no manual control, there's no way to really preview your shot whatsoever. So it's really kind of a shot in the dark whenever you do press the record button. With that being said, the image is relatively wide. I don't know the exact millimeter, but you know, it's pretty much like whatever's directly in front of you. That's kind of what the camera is going to film anyways, just in the vertical format. So you know, it's capturing pretty much whatever it is that you're kind of focusing on with your eyes, and it does a pretty good job at that. There's a part of me that actually kind of appreciates and actually kind of likes that feature of the camera, because when we're given too much choices with our cameras, you can get dialed in with all the different settings and what codec to film in, what exposure to set and all that kind of stuff. And then when I'm already doing photography and vlogging at the same time, you know, it's a whole lot more to think about to add on a third camera and to have to manage that. So, you know, the fact that the glasses has no manual control is actually a big plus for me, because I can actually just focus on whatever it is that I'm doing and not have to worry at all about, you know, what my exposure looks like, what I'm filming and stuff. So it kind of frees me up to focus on other things, which is what I do like and what I do appreciate. So try and get on the left side of the road. So we've seen one Pueo on one of these fence posts. It was further up, I think.
But it was a kind telephone line.
Yeah, telephone line. See him right there.
I think this.
Yeah, that is. He's letting us photograph him. Oh, the savior of the day. Hey, look this way. Because he's seeing something. He's looking right down at something. See if we can, I wonder if we can get him behind, like with the mountain behind him. This is so funny. Oh, that might scare him. Stop. I actually kind of like it with the telephone pole behind him. Oh, there he goes. Where's he going now? We gotta get in front of him. All right, going up to the roof. Try to see if we can get a shot of him with that mountain in the background. Oh. Ooh, that doesn't sound nice. Somewhat, that was half decent. So, oh no. There he goes. Oh, good, go. Oh no. Wait. Let's see where it goes. I'll take it. No. No, but I need to be up here. Okay, you can stop anytime. One more time. Oh yeah, there it is. A little bit higher. Just needed to turn around, and then we got it. Oh. It ain't over. It ain't over until it ain't over till it's over. Garrett didn't want to finish the sentence there.
Sorry. Trying to look at my blurry photos.
Oh man, what a way to end off this afternoon. I don't know if we got any good shots of him, but certainly was fun climbing on the roof of the car and just, yeah, chasing him down the highway. You know, and the fact that, you know, we got the glasses on, we could film our point of view and perspective. Would have been really hard to go on top of the roof with this camera or with the iPhone. It would just been kind of like a clunky process. So the fact that I can wear these glasses and, you know, capture some POV stuff, especially when we're doing stupid shit like that, you know, comes in handy. All right, enough of that. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Look at all this. Oh my goodness. Mixed feeding flock out here. All right, folks, we're back here, saving the best for last. Kīlauea Point National Wildlife Refuge. You got the lighthouse back there. Yeah, we definitely wanted to come inside the reserve. Of course, you get much closer to the birds, much closer to the birds that we want to photograph. We've already got a couple of shots of the whitetail. We're sitting right above the Eva bird nest as well, so hopefully we'll get a couple of shots of them. Whitetail tropic bird coming back around. Backside to us though. Oh, right here, Eva. Oh shit! That's the back again. Oh man, what a beautiful way to finish off this trip. Let me see if I can try to finish off this video without getting distracted by the birds. But yeah, you know, after a month of using these glasses, you know, they're way more than just, your tech gimmick and your tech gadget. We really are kind of living in a beautiful time for technology, and these glasses are the perfect example of that. You know, especially if you're somebody who likes to travel, document life, take videos, take pictures. With these glasses, you don't have to really be bothered by, you know, being taken out of the moment, reach into your pocket, fire up your camera app, take pictures and all that kind of stuff. You can just do a quick little snap, take a quick little clip, and, you know, pretty much got it without even having to take your sunglasses off. For somebody like me, who does already a lot of photo and video with, you know, more professional setups, like, you know, what we have going on right now, it's a nice tool to kind of supplement the videos and the photos that I'm already taking. You know, to get that POV perspective is something that I've been searching for a little while, and I tried a variety of different solutions, from the Osmo Pocket 3 to the Osmo 360, and those were just maybe a little too much and a little bit too powerful, and with so many like devices, options, settings, and all that kind of stuff, it just made the whole process just feel a little bit too cumbersome and clunky. But with having these glasses, it makes the whole process so much seamless, easy to use, and, you know, just don't have to worry too much about thinking about recording something from my perspective when I can just hit the button up here. Yeah, by no means is this camera going to ever replace, you know, my main photography camera, or even like my main videography camera, the ZV-E1. But it is something nice to have to, again, capture those behind the scenes and those POV sort of moments. And when you capture those perspectives alongside, you know, the photos that you're taking, it helps you to relive the memory of why you even bothered picking up the camera in the first place, because you are reliving that moment through the perspective of your own eyes. You know, and from a glasses perspective, you know, I love the fact that I can actually get back my 20/20 vision, because I rely so much on my vision, not just for photography, but for work as well. Having crystal clear vision is definitely super important for me, and the fact that they have essentially replaced earbuds and earphones for me is a big, big plus. But, you know, the Meta AI's kind of sort of thing is still a work in progress. There's still a lot that needs to be improved with it. It has the potential to be something that I can actually use to incorporate into my day-to-day life. But the way the AI is kind of situated now, I kind of refuse to use it just because it's so difficult and cumbersome to use. But the potential is there to get better, and hopefully it does. And they just released further updates for these glasses and the AI and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be utilizing these glasses in future videos, not to necessarily take better quality videos, but to tell better stories and to, you know, have a camera essentially in my eyeball at all times. And that's kind of the big plus about these glasses. But yeah, mahalo for watching. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful if you were looking at picking up one of these new Ray-Bans or Oakley Meta AI glasses. But I'm gotta go find some shade because I'm dying in this heat. The bird activity is incredible, but it's stinking hot right now. And yeah, I'm ready to get into some AC and get back home and on to the next island. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you like this type of content, this traveling, vacation, a little bit of photography, education, hit that like button, comment below, subscribe if you aren't already. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.